Okay, sorry for that interruption there. We had a battery failure there, but we're back in gear. So, as we were saying, this is like part B of that same clip. And we were saying about forgiveness and how vital it is for happiness. So, we must really meditate on the value of forgiveness and seek to forgive everyone that we can think we have anything that we're holding anything against. We must forgive them. Well, how can you be so forgiving? Well, it ties in with the next two heart virtues: humility, understanding. Okay, so when would you be forgiving? Well, maybe because you recognize that there wasn't quite enough understanding on someone's part. And because they didn't fully understand the situation, they did something that caused harm, and then you have to turn around and forgive them. And so looking at the situation with more depth and thinking, well, was this a case of a lack of understanding, or was it really, malicious intent? Very, very rarely is there a lot of malice out there. The media will make us think that the bad guys are out on every corner ready to stab you with a knife and shoot you in the head with a gun. They're not. 99.9999999% of people are loving, caring, nurturing, wonderful people. And some of them are extremely caring and will go out of their way to help you. But most people will not do anything to harm you. They just want to live their life and have their fun and do their thing and not be bothered by anyone. They just want peace. And the authorities know that, but yet they still seek to instill fear in the hearts of people, to fear their neighbors, to fear anybody that they don't already aren't close with. They fear that anybody that's a stranger is guilty until proven innocent. And it's just not so. A stranger is just a friend you haven't met yet. That's an old saying, but it's true. And we have to open up our hearts to people, because the amount of times that you will be hurt by someone else because you come up at them with an open heart, compared to the amount of times that you're successful in protecting an attack. I mean, the attacks are so rare that you might not even worry about it, because you'll be able to bounce off that attack anyway, so don't even worry about it. So just, make it a point of concentration that you have to change your viewpoint of other people. They're nice, just like you. They just want the same happy, fun things, the soft, cuddly things. They want love and attention. Everybody needs love, and the world has got us trained to think that it's dog eat dog, and we got to be tough, and we have to get the other guy before he gets us, and if we don't get him, all this competition. I'd like to take the word competition and remove it from the dictionary. You see what I'm saying? Because we need to replace that word with a much better word, and you know what it is. It's called cooperation. Forget the competition. We want cooperation, because cooperation is a beautiful harmony when people are working together and they're seeking to figure out ways to make their energies more productive as they work together instead of against each other. This idea of everybody taking a team side and getting points and competing, this is all from the wrong side of the track. It's the wrong energy. It's the negative stuff. We don't need any of that stuff. What we need is just positive stuff, and appreciate, and then we have understanding, we have forgiveness, we have, compassion, we have appreciation for all that they've done and their efforts, So when we apply the 6 heart virtues in our daily life, the trick is we want to look for every little nook and cranny of our daily interaction with any other being as opportunities to express these heart virtues. You can just give a little affection to your pet when he comes up to you, and pat him and let him know you care for him, and that you give him some love energy through your affection and touching. and they receive all that energy, and they know what that means. So, I mean, we're always wanting to send love where we know it's appreciated, and then we get love back, most usually, and this is all good, and we have to change our perspective on life so that we start looking at things. How can I apply these six heart virtues? Because heart virtues is just another way of using particular words to describe what is could be called in just two words, unconditional love. But the thing that I'd like to share is the true love is always unconditional love. Whereas any love that makes conditions, I'll love you when you do this, I'll love you if you believe that, I'll love you more if you did this, I'll love you less if you did that. No, there's no conditions, more or less, when, how. Unconditional love means, hey, my fellow human being, I love you just because you are. That's the message that we give. I love you just because you are. And when we do that, then the love comes back to us. And the six heart virtues is like a prism that separates the light of love. And it's a prism that separates it into the colors. A prism which separate into, violet and and all the way through the spectrum, all the way down to red. And you got all these different colors. And the six heart virtues is like love being spread through a prism, and then you get these colors. A color of love called appreciation, compassion, forgiveness, goodness, um, humility, understanding, and valor. There we go. So, I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk about the six heart virtues because it's something I learned about through the work of the WingMakers, and it really resonated with me when I learned about it. So, please consider the information. Go to WingMakers, look up stuff about six heart virtues. There's even a nice workbook that you can download and reprint, in paper if you want. That's what I did because I thought it was so good. It's called the Practical Workbook of the Six Heart Virtues. And there's like a little practice sessions on how we can actually apply these. So if you want to make that kind of a campaign of personal improvement, and if you think that kind of a format will work for you, if it appeals to you, then go for it. Because they've provided a book that you can learn how to apply these six heart virtues in everyday life occurrences, just to get you thinking about it. It's just a thinking aid. So all this stuff from WingMakers is great, and the six heart virtues are a gem. And I'm just really happy to be part of this good news. And that one little facet I thought I would put there on tape, and then we'll add that in the right consecutive order when the time is right. Okay, so there we go with parts A and B of this video. Thanks for watching, and namaste. I love you so much.